Hello everybody, welcome back to my page, welcome back to my channel. Sorry I have been MIA for a minute, y'all. My life has been getting crazy. A lot of things are shifting and going every which way, but I'm still gonna come back and still give you guys some good content on things that have been on my mind, and hopefully y'all are doing really good out there in the world. Thank you for those who've been subscribed to me and being friends with me, for the past 3 years. It's been a roller coaster ride. So yeah, let's dialogue, and let's discuss about something that's trending at the moment though, and stuff like that. I'm still working on my video on addressing the token Negro syndrome in in pop music, but that's a special video. It's gonna take time, but let's talk about this because it's trending at the moment. Of course, um uh Jubilee had Amanda Seales on here, and the thing is though, let me just give you guys a brief thing about Jubilee and stuff like that. They're a quote unquote debate channel. They've been doing this debate thing for over many years and stuff like that. I came across a lot of their videos through high school and college and stuff like that, and even during the pandemic though, I used to tune in to see what's going to happen and stuff like that. They used to have middle ground or common ground. Now this is the flag segment, to where you debate somebody for a good 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and then if everybody raises their flags up, you get voted out and go on to the next person though. But anyway, before I get to this topic of this video though, I will say my stance and things with Jubilee. This channel is trash. It's basically became the freaking uh rage bait and stuff like that. They get people of opposing factions to get behind a camera and spill out a whole bunch of BS all day. And both sides of this are guilty of this, though. All right, I'm not a Democrat, and I'm not a Republican and stuff like that, so I have no bone to pick in this fight. But I will say this. I will say this though. Amanda Seales, she definitely ate during this debate. Excuse me, a little choky. They're doing this debate, and I'm not going to show no footage because Jubilee be flagging because there's some hate and Negroids. But I will say Amanda Seales did eat during this debate and stuff like that, and what this whole thing has turned into: rage bait, misinformation, and just a whole bunch of nonsensical things and stuff like that though. Because if you really ask me though, they get the people of the lowest IQs and common denominator to come onto this channel and spill out a whole bunch of BS all day to get people like you and me riled up and stuff like that. And I would know though, I actually not too long ago, I actually signed up to be a part of the segment of the flag segment on Jubilee some months back though, and stuff like that. And the episode I believe I had signed up for though, it is like, if I can make a wild guess though, it was supposed to be the Candace Owens episode and stuff like that. I did not qualify. I did not have the right credentials and a good social media following and stuff like that. I think I answered the questions a lot too well, and I was too smart and elite for what they were trying to do and stuff like that, and I would have loved, an opportunity to go hand to hand with Candace Owens, but I'm not a big enough and stuff like that though, so it's understandable and things like that. I think Jubilee purposely gets people of low IQs and low intellect to come on this panel and spill out a whole bunch of BS all day, because I'm not opposed to people having different opinions. I'm not opposed to that. All right, people are entitled to believe in what they want to believe. I'm not saying black people are a monolith or whatever. We all have to think the same and act the same and stuff like that. But there comes to a point to where a lot of what these black conservatives were saying in this video was nothing but BS, coonery, buffoonery, Negro nonsense and stuff like that. And it really hates me that some of my people think this way, is because they're giving black America, white America, all the tools to say how ignorant we are thanks to these Negro opinions and stuff like that. And I'm not a huge fan of Amanda Seales and stuff like that. She said a lot of problematic stuff. She's a problematic liberal or per se, and I don't really subscribe to a lot of her belief systems and stuff like that. But like, she had no problem speaking her mind though, and she was saying what I was thinking in my mind. I hope y'all can be trolling. I hope this can't be real. Stop. We're talking to a radical, not a Democrat. The radical mind state. Okay, I'm only showing a snippet. I don't want to get flagged by Jubilee. But yeah, but yeah, she was saying a lot of things I was saying. I really am hoping and praying that majority of these brothers and sisters could just be CIA government agents, or trolling and stuff like that. Because half the stuff that came out their mind is just nothing but BS though. But I will say a genuine conversation she got with a black girl who was talking about the crime rate in our community and how we are most likely to just be raped or unalived, or killed by somebody, or unalived by somebody in our own community, which is half the truth, but not the whole truth though. At the end of the day though, even with all the crime rate that happens in our communities, and I've lost people in my family, quote unquote, to black on black violence and stuff like that though, I still feel comfortable being with my own people than white people, and I'm throwing that out there right now though, if I'm really being honest and stuff like that. But Amanda also made a good point though. It's just like when it comes to us and us killing each other, and the media is painting us as these violent acts of people and stuff like that. White people kill each other, Asian people kill each other, Mexican people kill each other, and there's violence within the Middle Eastern community and stuff like that. But our demons are the only ones that are being televised into this country, which is very unfair and stuff like that. There's good and evil in all communities and stuff like that. So let's just throw that out there and keep that in mind though. But Amanda Seales, I will give credit where credit is due. She ate in this conversation. And that's all I'm really going to give her though. And this video is going to be short though. But like, Jubilee, y'all need to stop with the rage bait. Y'all need to stop with the grifting nonsense though, because like I do think they started off with good intentions and stuff like that, but then they saw how big the views were getting. Because at the end of the day, people got to eat and get money and stuff like that. They saw how intense and wicked these conversations get. They're all like, let's just get all these mofos up here, Candace Owens, Charlie Kirk, Ben Shapiro and stuff like that though, Dean Withers, and tons of other ones though. You see, as messy as this channel beginning, and I don't really want no more of the content though. If you guys do get Dr. Umar on a debate, sign me up. No. If you guys get Dr. Umar versus a 20 white conservatives though, I would definitely tune in for that though. If y'all gonna be messy and rage bait, keep rage baiting and stuff like that, or get somebody left in the comments saying let's get one Hebrew Israelite versus 20 Christians. And when I saw that comment, I was all like, you woke up and chose violence today. Or get one Christian versus 20 Hebrew Israelites. That's something I want to see. Or freaking get Candace Owens versus Amanda Seales. I want to see that also. And if you're gonna continue to rage bait, make it worth my while though. Just be, like, let's just go crazy. That's what I want to see though. So yeah. But you believe y'all niggas is messy. Y'all are the most messiest, crookedest mofos on the face of the planet and stuff like that though. You guys are trying to rage bait. I'm gonna put my conspiracy goggles on for a minute though. I'm going to make a strong, high possibility that two things though. Either these black people are trolling, looking for some clout, or Jubilee is purposely going out the way to get uneducated Negropeans to boost up some ratings and get us all riled up though. One of the two could be true though. So that's that. Anyway, y'all, like and subscribe, and let me know what y'all think in the comment sections, and then I will talk to y'all when I talk to y'all.